Hello, this is me, Muhammad Tahir Iqbal. I am from session 2016. First of all, I would like to thank all the faculty members, and I wish to express my thanks impression to our respectable and worthy dean, Dr. Shakibullah, and it's my great honor to express my heartiest gratitude to Dr. Abdul Rashid Shokat and Dr. Ali Hassan. And I'm really thankful to Dr. Mudassir for their interest and for their views and for their suggestions they give us. And I am also very thankful to Dr. Kashif. Here is some introductions of the Sabits group. Sabits group is working from many decades, and Sabits group is the biggest, I think so. It's a breeding farm. It's working in the 5 major districts like Shehupura, Nankana Sahib, Lahore, Khanewal, and Hyderabad. And they have every facilities in these farms, like the protein growing and laying is done in the same farm, so that birds are not shifting, and thus facilitating everything is available here. So there are some important facts, like this farm includes all the major things that should be needed and are necessary. That includes laborers colony, doctors colony. There is a gate security office. There are 3 main general stores, electrician workshop, and plant nursery. Here is something about the security of that farm. It's a huge investment at the poultry farms, and everything is going. Layout is very sincerely way and in a well mannered. Here is something about the control panel of the core time. Here the control this is used, and here there is a mainly thing is that there is a backup system that lowers the cost of the system. And this system mainly includes with the temperature, with lighting schedules and ventilation, and also the alarm system. So here is something when the chicks arrives. When the chicks arrives, then it is in different boxes. Then the waiting is done, and there is sampling of the chicks is performed, and then they immediately we removed it from the boxes and we placed it in the prodding areas. And then we supply food to them, and there is a water, and we try our as much as early to assess them food and water, and so that they have a healthy grow and healthy growing party. Here is the boarding should be done. It's in the 24 to 48 hours before the chick is arriving, and the temperature is maintained, and its light is also available, that I will discuss in the coming video slide. So here is something about the light. As I already told, for first 48 hour light is supplied. Why? Because it's very necessary so that they can feed and get water. And vaccination is very important to prevent them from diseases and to increase their immunity. As I am working in a farm, so in farm vaccination is strictly followed, and their antibody titer is checked monthly, so that if there is any disease, it should be treated. Here is something about the weight. The female chick, parent chick, his body weight gains 16 to 20 weeks at the 16 to 28 weeks at maximum egg production and post peak pregnancy. And the male should never lose weight in production. A slight weight then result in the sperm inequality, or can say infertility. So what is the main purpose of ventilation? Its purpose ventilation is to provide fresh air, remove harmful gases that includes ammonia, carbon dioxide, etc. Mainly there are 3 types of ventilations, mainly minimal ventilations, transitional ventilations, and tunnel ventilations. I would like to explain about the tunnel ventilation. In tunnel ventilation there is a number of fans and total CCF calculations, like the length of the shed and width, and it also includes its height and something like that. What about the feed management? Feed management during the boarding should be given albitism so that bird can attain their maximum body weight in a short duration. And water management is also, it should be very good to provide access and clean water so that they can get fresh water and so they can grow well. Here is something that with the help of which we measure how much water is going. Here is something that with the help of which we measure how much water is going, and there is water, we can say water inlet and water outlet measurement, and the reading here is in the cubic meters. It's very important to measure the humidity, and the air is 100% saturated, and air can hold more water vapors as it gets warmer, as we already know. So if some saturated is 70 Fahrenheit, air is warm to 90, its capacity to hold more vapors will increase. Litter management, 2 times racking in a day is done, and one in the morning and one in the afternoon, and there are some specific people who mainly did this work. And if there is a poor litter quality, then it will affect the production, and it will be invite the diseases due to the moisture. As we already know, whenever there is a moisture, diseases came, and it can cause bumblefoot or can cause bumble gangrene or and similar problems. Because as we already know, if the male will be get infected, then it will can't mate. And postmortem is mainly done for the diagnosis and the diseases. If there is an incident that there is no mortality, then still there is a 2 or 3 chicks are taken. Postmortem is done so that the disease incidence decreases to increase the degree. Here is something about the place where we eggs are stored. The eggs are stored in the shelves that contains gradings. 4 to 5 workers work there. Eggs are divided into 9 gradings, like there are some hatch eggs, floor eggs, wash eggs, small, extra small edges, jumbo edges, crack edges, and weak shell edges, white eggs, and they are stored at a proper temperature, and to avoid the risk factors in the form of temperature or humidity. The ideal temperature is 15 to 17 degrees centigrade, and the main thing is in summer season, as like this season, mainly 2 air conditioners are applied, and in the room where they are stored, there is a one mainly done for the diagnosis and the diseases. If there is an incident that there is no mortality, then still there is a 2 or 3 chicks are taken. Postmortem is done so that the disease incidence decreases to increase the degree. Here is something about the place where we eggs are stored. The eggs are stored in the shelves that contains gradings. 4 to 5 workers work there. Eggs are divided into 9 gradings, like there are some hatch eggs, floor eggs, wash eggs, small, extra small edges, jumbo edges, crack edges, and weak shell edges, white eggs, and they are stored at a proper temperature, and to avoid the risk factors in the form of temperature or humidity. The ideal temperature is 15 to 17 degrees centigrade, and the main thing is in summer season, as like this season, mainly 2 air conditioners are applied, and in the room where they are stored, there is a one room where the vehicle came and they are transported to other places. And here something about the record. everything is recorded, like their feed, their leave, their eggs, and empty freebie bags, some extra, and even everything, every inward and output gates or passes are recorded in the register. There is something weighting must be body weight has the Meyer instrument. With the help of Meyer, it has capacity to measure at least 5 kg. Here is a breeding flock monitor. For breeding flock monitoring, sampling is done on the monthly basis, like every month, through tracheal swab, through cloacal swab, to reduce the incidence of the diseases. Rodents are also controlled, because rodents are very important to control. So there is some rodenticide drugs which are used in the form of blocks. So here there is some conclusion that during this I'll learn different my skills during participation, like veterinarian, including debaking, vaccination, including, and about the managemental practices, and overall it was a great experience. Thank you very much.